Okay. And I don't have much time to have an introduction about you and myself. Okay. Because I just have 4 days of time to give you a glance coding programs. Okay. What all types of programs that you get normally in TCS so that you can clear them out. Okay. So first of all, I wish you a very, very, very good luck. Prepare well, okay, and get your chances cleared right now as much as possible because things are very difficult outside later. It's not like impossible, you can still do it, but still try to get it done right now. It is more easier. Okay, perfect. So just give me a minute. Okay. So guys, first of all, let me just, not my complete introduction, but let me just tell my name, okay? So myself, Dikshit, okay? And this my initials. Yeah, perfect. It's quite simple and easy, huh? Quite trendy name. Okay. So currently, yes, I'm working as a senior engineer as well as an architect in Test Yandra Software Solutions Private Limited. So I have worked on various projects, a lot of things, and that's my passion. Simultaneously, I also do teaching as my passion. Okay, I just want to train students on coding and help students on problem solving technique. This is my very interesting part. You know what? To teach people on problem solving technique. That is important. Normally, you guys you all mug up programs. I hate people who mug up programs, okay? You're not supposed to mug up a program. Program should be written by understanding the problem. You will have a problem, come up with a solution, and then write the instructions. That is how coding is, and that is what coding is. So I would love to teach you that, and let us have a quite interactive session. Okay? Perfect. So that's all about myself. I don't want to waste more time. So guys, I think I will be taking some programs and I'll be teaching you the solution. Along with that, I would be helping you to write the code in C. I hope is that fine, everyone? You want the programs to written be in C or Java? C, 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 C. Yeah, I know. Okay, if you do it in C, you can do it in Python, you can do it in Java, you can do whatever you want. Okay? So you basically concentrate on the problem solving. Got it? You concentrate on the problem solving and you write the code in whichever language you are comfortable in. You write the code in whichever language you are comfortable in. Okay? Yeah, I know. I'm not going to take Java. I'm not going to take Python or PHP because I want to shoot and hit the entire crowd. Okay. So people, guys, come on. If you understood the problem solving technique, you can convert instructions to whichever language you want. So I'm going to do it in C. Okay. I'm going to do it in C. C would be the best suitable language for your interview perspective. You will if you already know C, okay? Anyways, so I'm going to use C language to do it. Perfect. So as you already know, you know the patterns. You guys are well aware of patterns and you have already gone through the technical aptitude sessions. Okay, I hope you guys are quite comfortable. So now I'm going to deal you guys with the coding part. Okay, so yes, in TCS you will have coding session and in coding sessions you will have programs right from easy, mid-level, as well as quite tricky and difficult level. Okay, you will have programs starting from easy, mid, as well as difficult level. Okay, so let us also start with easy, mid, and I will slowly move on to the difficult level as well. Okay, and by the time I finish, see, today I'm gonna just give you the brief intro of what all you guys have to do. Like how do you use a command prompt in C? Okay, how do you read command line arguments in C? What is that you need to do? I'm gonna do some simple programs today, and the next remaining 3 days we will discuss quite interesting programs. What are categories of programs that I'm gonna solve? First, the numeric related programs. Okay, I'm gonna solve related programs, like for example, very, very simple program to check whether a number is a positive number or a negative number. Sometimes they even ask you, oh, I feel like laughing at this, but it's okay. You need to write a program to display whether a number is a positive number or a negative number. And then slowly you'll have something like LCM of two numbers or three numbers. You'll have something like HCF, that is highest common factor, or you can also call it as greatest common divisor. Okay, then finding out the prime number. Okay, finding out factorial of a number, and then how do you find summation of a number? Got it? And then how do you, okay, you want me to record the session? Done. Let me record the session, fine. But do you get the recordings? I don't know about that. Okay, how do you find summation of a number? Then how do you check whether a number is even or odd? Okay, and then, bloody, there are a hell lot of programs, okay? A hell lot of programs, but I'll give you the approach. My intention is to give you the approach. You have a problem statement. What is your approach to write your instructions, okay? It could be even or, okay, you have something called as strong number, Armstrong number, something like Armstrong number. Then you have something called as happy number. Okay, yeah, perfect number, very good. It goes on, the list goes on, okay? Yes, you have a lot of things. How do you find reverse of a number? Simple thing, palindrome, check whether a number is a palindrome or not. Okay? Like there's a lot of numbers are there. Yeah, how do you check whether a given year is leap year or not? These are all numeric related programs. These are the basic programs, okay? These are the basic programs. And along with that, you will have some conversion related programs like converting a binary number to a decimal number to binary, hexadecimal. All these are the varieties of programs you get, okay? And along with that, along with that, it's not only these numbers, okay? Along with that, the second thing is, and I would ask you one small help, I cannot sit and do programs for each one of this over here. It would take a hell lot of time. But initially I will do for few, but I will try to explain the logic for all these things, and I will give you the assignment. You will have one full day time. Bloody, you guys should really work here as of, you need to really work hard, okay? Write the programs and come. You have any doubts, in the next session, I'll be helping you out. This is the methodology. We have to use it because I don't have 10 days or 20 days or 1 month of time. The time I have is 4 days. So I will try to help you the level best possible. Is that clear? Okay, I'll try my level best to help you, and I want to cover every nook and corner. I cannot spend only on numeric related, okay? But I'll give you the approach. You guys have to really work on it. The second thing, guys, along with this, you will have questions from series. You will have questions from series, okay? Like Fibonacci series, generate a Fibonacci series, or generate prime number series, or series of odd number, series of even number. And in TCS, you have a beautiful concept. Normally, I'm damn sure 101% you get a question on this. That is mixture of two series, okay? Like you'll have something like the 0, 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you understanding? So what is this? It is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, you think it is odd and even number. I think it is just normal numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thinking is what is important. Okay. So I'll give you one more. Look at this. 0, 0. Okay. Next. 2, 1, 4, 2, 6, 3. Okay. 8, 4, 10, 5. So this is a series now. This is a series. You need to write a program to generate a series. I will ask you get the 10th term. How do you do that? Oh, you need to identify this. You call them as mixture of two numbers where if you observe here guys, this is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They're all even numbers. They're all even numbers. Right? And now this is 0. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's happening? Very simple. It is nothing but the even number divided by 2. Nah, Kirtana, no. It's very simple. It is even number divided by 2. 0 by 2. 0. Okay. 2 by 2. 1. 4 by 2. It is 2. 6 by 2. It is 3. 8 by 2. It is 4. 10 by 2. It is 5. Did you understand the series? Did you understand the series? Okay, like this, you will have beautiful series. Okay, so they'll give you a series, they'll ask you what is the 15th term? What will be the 15th term over here? So how do you write a program? I'm going to help you out. Okay, I'm going to help you out in all these types of programs. Okay. Yeah, there are different ways to do it. Yes, Meghana. I'll help you out. Okay. So you will have programs on these types of CRMs, and you will scenario related questions will be there. They'll give you a scenario and they will ask you to build a program. Okay. And you will also have programs on strings. String related programs will be there. Okay. Manipulate a string. Like for example, they will give a string BANGALORE. Wherever you have a vowel, replace vowel with something like exclamatory. Replace a vowel with an exclamatory. So my output should be B exclamatory N G exclamatory L. Come on, do you think O is a vowel? Yes, exclamatory R exclamatory. So wherever I have a vowel, I just have to replace the vowel with. So these types of questions I will have. Reversing a string, check whether string is a palindrome or not, to program to find the length of a string. Wow, beautiful questions are there on strings. Okay, so we'll also try to look at few programs on strings as well. Is that clear? So let us try to hit all the categories of programs. Done, guys? Let us try to hit all the categories of programs, and the program, whatever I discuss, will be the most important and most frequently repeated questions in your TCS paper. I will choose the questions which are most frequently repeated in your TCS paper. Got it? But it does not mean you will get the same question. Does not mean it will be the same person. You should be ready with all the programs. But I will use those programs to explain it to you. Got it? I hope you guys understood this neatly. Whatever I said, whatever I'm going to cover. Okay? Perfect. Now, so guys, I will be using C, okay? And I will be using GCC compiler. You can work on any compiler which you're already working on. I don't have a problem. Okay? But I'll be using C language and I will be using GCC compiler on Windows platform. Okay? If you have any questions after the class, you can stay back and ask me on this. I don't want to waste time on how to teaching you to installation of this. Got it? Obviously, you might have already installed some or the other and you can work on it. I am gonna do on C. Whatever I do on C, same thing can be done on C++ also. You just have to remember, instead of using printf statement, you use C out. Instead of using scanf statement, you use C in. Right? So please. Okay. I want to use one common language, that is I will be using C language. Because I do anything on C can be done on any other languages. Got it, guys? Yes, you can make it. Don't worry. Okay? Perfect. Now, guys, listen here. You know, in TCS, there is something very, very important that you need to understand. Most of the programs, they try to read input. They try to read input through command line argument. So the first duty before we go for programming is learn what do you mean by command line arguments. Okay, this is the most important thing that you guys have to do it. Yes, it is getting recorded. Kirti, please do concentrate on the class. I don't know whether you will get the recording. That you please do talk with the person who organized this session. Okay, I'm really sorry. I don't know whether you will get the sessions or not. Now please do concentrate on the class. Okay. So what is really important is command line arguments, okay? What is this command line arguments? How do we do it? I'm going to teach you in C perspective. Please do concentrate. I would really be happy if everyone tried to do it in C itself, okay? No, you're confident in your language, then you do it. But for TCS, be perfect in one and do it in one, okay? Now, look at normally, guys, for any program, we need to provide inputs, right? You take whatever program you want. For example, I want to perform addition of two numbers. If I want to perform addition of two numbers, what is that you need to do? You need to analyze. What is that I need to analyze here? Very simple. To write a program to add two numbers, I need to create two containers. I need how many containers? Step one. Identify how many containers you require. Guys, come on, tell me, guys. How many inputs you are providing for addition of two numbers? And be fast. I want you people to be responsive. Right? Obviously, two. Two, right? That's what. How many inputs? Two inputs. So, should I store the input? Should I store the input? Yes. You need to store the input. Therefore, I will be creating two containers, that is nothing but two variables. Got it? And then immediately what is my step is I need to identify what type of variables. I need to identify type of variables. Do you agree? I need to identify type of variables because you have different types of data. I have integers, I have characters, I have float, I have double, I have string, I have different varieties of data. So you need to identify what type of data is your input. So you need to decide, okay, it is integer. If it is integer, I need to create two containers of type integer. Amazing. Now the next thing is step 3. How do you read the input? Step 3 is how to read the input. This is the next important thing. Okay, so you can read the input in 3 ways. What are those 3 ways? First method, direct hard coding. The first method is hard coding. What do you mean by hard coding? That is nothing but the direct values. You can also call this as direct values. Is that clear? So what do you mean by that? I'm going to tell you and show you. It's a very simple thing. I'm going to take a normal program. Wait, just a second, guys. I'll do a small setup for myself. I'll create a small setup to do my programs. I'm gonna select a particular drive and I'm gonna make a folder TCS mkdir programs. And here mkdir day 1. Okay, I created a folder. It's a dedicated folder that I'm doing. So let me use the same thing. Okay. Okay, look here guys. So I'm including stdio.h. That is nothing but my standard input output. So first I understood how many containers I need to create. I need to create 2 containers. Okay, of what type? Int type. So I will just say int a comma b. Int a comma b. Wow, it is done. Next, what is my next job? You need to read the data. What are the different ways of reading the data? The first method is hard coding. What do you mean by hard coding? It is nothing but the direct values. What do you mean by direct values? Very simple, guys. The programmer assigning the value. Programmer assigning the value, you call it as hard coding. Okay? In other words, the programmer initializing the value, you call it as hard coding. Okay? So here the programmer says A equals to 10 and then the programmer says B equals to 20. So who is assigning the value? Who is assigning the value? The programmer. What do you call this as? Hard coding. Why do you call it as hard coding? Because the input is fixed in the source file. The input is fixed in the source file. You call it as hard coding. These values cannot be changed. Okay? Perfect. Yeah. And now look here. Perfect. So there are different ways of providing. So I will teach you the remaining 2 methods in today's session. So once how to read input is decided, what is my step 4? My step 4 is logic. My step 4 is logic to problem. So what is the problem over here, guys? My problem is addition of 2 numbers. And that is very easy. Vinodini, I hope you guys have to have some patience and please do wait for me. I'm going to do all the 3 methods. Don't worry. I'm going to obviously explain you the command line arguments also. But I really do appreciate your patience. Okay? Okay, so come on, what is the logic for the problem? The logic for the problem is I need to take the container 1 plus container 2. That's it, right? You get the result. Now the question is, should I store the result? Should I store the result? If you want to store the result, I need to create 1 more container. If you want to store the result, I need to create 1 more container. Oh my God, now I got it. It is not 2 variables. I need how many variables? Actually, I need 3 variables. Why 3 variables to store the container? This is how you should think. This is how you should think, right? So I will go back to the program. I will go back to the program and I will make this result. So how many variables I have created now? 3 variables. I will create how many variables now? 3 variables. And now what am I saying? I just say result equals to A plus B. Is it? Did you understand this? It's very simple, right? So here I am doing the logic. I get the data. That data is stored inside result. And finally, what is my last step? What is my last step, guys? Step number 5, print the result. Print result. So how do I print the result? If I'm using C language, I can print the result with the help of a statement called as printf. With the help of a statement called as printf, and here I can print the result, right? So I need to save some memory to print the result. So what type of the result? What is the type of result, guys? What is the type of result? It is integer. So I have a format specifier called as percentile D. I have a format specifier called as percentile D. Got it? So percentile D is used to print integer. Why do I use percentile D? To print integer. And then where do you have the result? Where do you have the result? In which container? What is the name of the container? RES. So I type RES, close this, that's it. Is that clear? I save this as add1.c. Addition1.c. Okay? Understood? So now let me execute this and check. GCC add1.c. And then I have the result inside yay. I just say yay. Are you getting the result? Yes. Are you getting the result as 30? Are you getting the result as 30? Yes. Now look here. I will execute this program around 10 times. Are you getting the same result? Are you getting the same result? Are you getting the same result? Yes. Why? Because the input is fixed. Why are you getting the same result? Because the input is fixed. That is why you call this as hard coding. That is why you call this as hard coding. Got it? Perfect. So I have one more way of reading the input. I have one more way of reading the input. The other way of reading the input is nothing but, you call it as console. Reading the input through the console. Or you can also call it as a dynamic read. You can also call this as a dynamic read. And this is done with the help of scanf statement in. This is done with the help of scanf statement in C. Okay? I hope you guys have no patience. I am clearly telling you, have patience. I will tell you what is this. Don't worry. Have patience. I will tell you what is this. And why are you trying to skip? Okay? You guys think you already know everything, then you can live. Have patience, step by step. Let me go. Got it? I'm going to tell you why is this. Obviously, it is very important to understand. My destination is to understand this. I will teach you this. Don't worry. Okay? Let us go step by step. So the other way of reading is console read, or you can call it as a dynamic read. And that console read or dynamic read is done in C using scanf. In C, we do it using scanf. Is that clear? You call it as dynamic read. What do you mean by dynamic read? What do you mean by dynamic read? Very simple. Dynamic read is nothing but you read the input when the program is during execution. When the program is under execution, you read it. That is known as dynamic read. And that is done with the help of scanf statement. Okay? So look here, how do I do it? It is very simple. It is very simple. Every logic remains same. The entire logic remains same. The only thing that what I need to change is the way I read. Okay? So everything remains same. How many containers? 3 containers. A, B, and result. Now, will you assign the value directly like this? Will you assign the value directly like this? No. So instead, what I need to do? You need to read from the user, from console, from console. Got it? How do I do that in C? Very simple. I make use of a statement called as scanf. What is the name of the statement? Come on, tell me which statement I'm supposed to use. Scanf. Yes. Obviously, we make use of a statement called as scanf statement. Yes. Absolutely. Okay. So now tell me guys, how do I use a scanf statement? How do I use a scanf statement? What is that I need to do in scanf statement? Very simple. You have to provide what data you are trying to read. What is the type of data you are trying to read? A. Since you are trying to read A, what is the type of A? Integer. Since it is integer, I will provide percentile D. Okay, I will provide percentile D. Okay, so percentile D specifies A. Okay, next, where should I store the data? Where should I store the data? Inside the container A. I should give the address of container A. Do you have the address of container A? Yes. I can get the address with the help of ampersand. So I would say ampersand of A. I would say ampersand of A. To make my program user-friendly, I will use a printf statement and I would say enter the value for A. Enter the value for A. I hope you understood. So now my program becomes a bit user-friendly. Okay? In the same way, I can just repeat this. I can just repeat this and I can say enter the value for B. Got it? And where do I store it? I store it inside B. I store it inside B. Now, I have result variable equals to A plus B. A plus B. So when I say A plus B, it is computed and data is stored inside a container called as result. Finally, I can say printf. So what is that I need to print? I just say the result, percentile D. Okay? And you have the result over here. I hope you understood this. Yeah, let me save this. Done. Okay? I'll save this as add2.c. Now let me just compile this. Add2.c. Okay, now I just say A. See, it is asking enter the value for A. Let me enter the value 10. Now it should immediately ask me to enter the value for B. Just a second. Yeah, enter the value for A. Should immediately ask me to enter the value for B. What went wrong? Okay, are you getting the result? Wait, let me re-execute this. Enter the value for A, 10. Enter the value for B, 20. Got it? Why do we add ampersand? No, listen here, guys. I will tell you why do we add ampersand. Very simple. When I am reading the data, yes, I need to tell to the program, where should I store it? So you need to provide address of the container. So that address of the container, how do you provide? With the help of ampersand. Ampersand is used to provide the address of the container. Got it? So you use ampersand whenever you are reading the data. Okay? For result, you don't use ampersand. No. You don't use ampersand for result. Why? Because I am not reading the data, I am using. Okay? I am using. That is why I hope you understood. Perfect. You don't worry about my execution, Suchitra, because I am using GCC compiler. You know the GCC compiler, what it does? It creates the executable file, and that executable file will be stored inside a program called as A. That is why it is there. Okay? You don't worry about that. You don't worry about that. You just concentrate on the program logic. Okay? So you understood what you call this as? You call this as dynamic input. Okay. But in TCS, most of your questions will be of command line argument type. Command line argument. So what do you mean by command line argument is the biggest question. So command line argument is what we need to concentrate in today's class, which is very, very important. So command line arguments are generally passing the input to the program. Now I have a program. This is my program. For the program, I need to pass input. I need to pass input to the program. Good. But how do I pass the input is my question. I can pass input to the program from a command line. This is my command line. I call the program. For example, this program name is SUMX A, not scanf. Not scanf. I call this program with the name A. From the console, I pass 10 and I pass 20. Got it? So what is this 10 and 20? This 10 and 20 are nothing but arguments. This 10 and 20 is nothing but arguments, and this arguments you pass from the command line. This arguments you pass from the command line. Got it? And this is given as input to your program. And whatever you're passing here, right, that is stored inside an array. That will be stored inside an array. So this 10 and 20 will be stored inside an array. Understood? And that array will have some address. That array will have some address like this. This address of the array is given as input to the main method. This address of the array is given as input to the main method. Did you understand, guys? So here I am giving input. How many inputs I am giving? You tell me how many inputs I am giving? 2 inputs. So where these 2 inputs are stored now? Where these 2 inputs are stored now? There is one array created. Okay, that array will have what? That array will have what? Address. That address is given as input to whom? Main method. Main is a method, right? So that address is given as input to main method. So that is why in C program, to accept command line arguments, you need to provide 2 arguments. Those 2 arguments are nothing but one is integer argument and one is pointer to an array type. The other one is pointer to an character array type. Is that clear? Understood? So 1, the first argument should be of integer type. Okay. The second argument, whatever I give, that second argument should be of array, address. I need to store the address. To store address, what you need to do? You need to create a pointer variable. To store the address, what you need to do? Pointer variable. Good. Now, this is an array of what type? It is a character array. What array it is? It is a character array. Understood? So I need to create a variable of type pointer to a character. Pointer to a character. Got it? You can give whatever variable name you want. You can give whatever variable name you want. So normally the standard names used are, let me say main, one second, main, one integer variable, it will be argc, if you can see here, and then comma, a character array pointer, and it will have the name argv. Got it? It will be like this. Now, why two arguments? I will tell you. The first argument, the first variable argc, the first variable argc will have the number of arguments present in the array. Got it? Yeah, that is what I'm explaining. Why C and why V. C stands for number of arguments present in the array. Got it? Number of arguments present in the array. Next, V stands for the values. V stands for values. Okay? So ARGC gives you the total number of arguments present in the array. ARGV is used to access the values. I hope you understood. I hope you understood. Got it? So come on guys, tell me what will be there inside ARGC? What will be there inside ARGC? Not arguments, number of arguments. Yeah, total number of arguments. ARGC gives you total number of arguments. Argument count. C stands for count. Argument count. Okay? Now what do you mean by this ARGV? What is the purpose of ARGV? It is the argument values. It is used to access the values. Got it? So all your programs in TCS, most of the programs in TCS will be command line arguments. So they will give the input in command line arguments. You need to read the input from command line arguments. You need to read the input from that command line arguments. And I will teach you that today. Okay? Perfect. And we'll also start with the basic small programs. Now, and one more thing now you need to concentrate, guys. In C program command line arguments, what will happen is, by default an array will be created, and in the array always the first name, the first value is always the file name. The first value is always the file name, the executable file name. And whatever arguments you pass in the command line will be stored later. So by default, one value will be there. By default, one argument will be there. Got it? How many arguments will be there by default in the command line arguments? One argument will be there. What is that argument? It is nothing but the file name. Okay? Now, if you want, you can just check. I will just show you with a simple program. Just have a look here. I want to see how many arguments are there. How do I see how many arguments are there? With the help of ARGC. So I just have to print. Let me say %d. Okay? And I will print ARGC. What am I printing, guys? ARGC. Got it? Yeah, I'll just print ARGC. Let me save this as, yeah, let me call this as program1.c. Okay, now just have a look here. Oh, sorry. GCC program1.c. Okay, now how many arguments it will show you? How many arguments it is showing? Did I pass any arguments? Did I pass any arguments? No. But still, what is the argument count? But still, what is the argument count? 1. Okay, now look here. Am I passing any arguments in the command line? Am I passing any arguments in the command line? Yes. How many I am passing? 1. So can you tell me how many arguments are there in the array? How many arguments are there in the array? 2. Perfect. Check. Got it? So now I would say A, 10, 20, 30. How many arguments we are passing? 3. Got it? Perfect. But how many you are getting? 4. I hope you understood. Okay. So yeah, you guys are having a doubt. What is A? I told you, right? I think you guys have never used GCC. Very okay, guys. Whenever I compile a program using GCC, whenever I compile a program GCC, after compiling a C program, you get an executable file. You will get an executable file. Yes or no? After compiling, do you get an executable file? Yes. So the name of that executable file is given as A. So A is having the recently compiled executable file. That's all. What is A? Recently compiled executable file. So I just type A, you will get the output of the program. That's it. You will get the output of that particular program. Yeah, it's just the file name. A is just the file name. That's all. Done? Okay. So I hope you understood ARGC, right? I hope you understood ARGC. Perfect. Next. Now the question is, okay, so whatever input I'm giving here, now look here, A, I'm giving 10. I'm giving 10. So 10 is an input. Can I use the input in my program? Can I use that input in the program? Yes. Yes, you can use. Yeah, you can write a program without the argument line, Sahana, but look here, I will show you if you want how programs work normally. Let me take any competitive exams. I don't know whether you guys have attended any competitive exams. Look here, I will show you one of the competitive exams, okay? Let me say, for example, look here. You can take whatever you want, okay? Now listen here. Now I think most of you will understand why am I teaching you this. Now there is a program, C program to add two integers that given. Okay? This is how your competitive programs will be there. It might be TCS test or ANCAT test or CoCubes test or whatever test it is. A C program to add two numbers. And they will give you the sample input. What is the sample input? 23 and 7. And this is the sample output. And you know what is the hint they are given? Command line arguments are used for input. Okay? What is the hint they are given? Command line arguments are used for input. That means the input for this program is not read using scanf. I should not read the value for A and B using scanf. No. Okay. I should not even write 10 and 20 directly like this. I hope you understood. I should not even write 10 and 20 like this. The logic is very simple, right? But I'm not supposed to do like this. Okay, result equals to A plus B. Okay? Result equals to A plus B. And then you say printf. No, this is wrong. Why? Because they are clearly told you should read input from where? You should read input from command line arguments. Okay? Because they will give you test cases. So you need to, yes. Obviously, in TCS also you will have command line arguments. I want you guys to use command line arguments. That is why I'm teaching you this first before going for logical programs. Okay? Before I teach the logical programs, I'm giving you this so that you will do it. Yeah. So that is what I'm trying to teach. And you guys should have some patience. Okay? Now listen carefully here. Now whatever data I provide in the command line argument, this is called as command line argument, okay? Now see here, I say A, 10, 20. What do you call this as? What do you call this as? Come on now. Now concentrate, I will teach you. What do you call this as? Command line argument, okay? Done. So what exactly will happen now? Look here. C++ also it is same, okay? Now, when I pass 10 and 20 like this, automatically one array is created. Automatically what is created, guys? An array is created. And in this array, first, the file name will be present. The executable file name will be present. What will be present in this A? Next, what am I passing here? What am I passing here? 10. So 10 will be present. Next, what will be present? What will be present next? Very good, 20. That's it. So now tell me, when I say ARGC, what is the output you get? What is there inside ARGC? 3. Very good. Inside ARGC, I have 3 because I have 3 elements. And you all know array, how to use array. Array will have some index, right? And array index starts from 0. 0, 1, 2. Array index starts from 0, 1, 2. Now I want to read 10. If I want to read 10, what should I do? If I want to read 10, what should I do? You should use the index 1. You should use the index 1. If I want to read 20, what I should do? I should use the index 2. Okay? Perfect. Now, but the question is, where do you have the address of the array? The address of the array is stored inside ARGV. The address of this array is stored inside ARGV. Got it? Perfect. And now I need to say ARGV of 1. So when I say ARGV of 1, it gives you 10, but in the character format, yes. Got it? If I say ARGV of 2, if I say ARGV of 2, what do you get? 20. I hope you understood. I hope you understood. Why? Because the address of this array, this address of the array is stored inside a variable called as ARGV. It is the standard name decided. It is the standard name which is used, universal. When you say ARGV of 0, obviously what do you get? ARGV of 0, what do you get? You will get the file name. ARGV of 0 gives you the file name. Understood? Perfect. So all these things will be in a character format. All these things will be in which format? Character format. Now I have a doubt. Sir, I don't want character format, sir. I want to read this and I want to convert this to integer format. Is it possible? I want to read this and convert it to integer format. Is it possible? Yes. You have a method called as argument. A stands for argument. To int. A to I. Argument to integer. What is the name of the method? Argument to integer. For this method, you pass argv of 1. Got it? So it will read a 10, it will convert it into integer. It will read a 10 and it will convert it into integer. Did you understand? Did you understand this? Perfect. Now this method ATOI, A to I, is present inside standard library.h. Standard library.h. Got it? So you just have to import it. So look here now. Look at my program. Look at my simple program. Okay? Why am I doing Java? 1 second. Okay? I'm gonna say as include. Okay? And here I'm gonna say stdlib.h. stdlib.h. Okay? And then here addition of two numbers. So int a comma b comma result. Okay? So listen. A equals to, where do you have the first number? Inside argv of 1. Inside argv of 1. But what does argv of 1 returns? Character type. So I need to convert it into integer type. Done. Next, the same way, b equals to ATOI of argv of 2. Got it? I hope you understood. Perfect. And now I would say result equals to A plus B. And then I would say printf %d result. Okay? Ratan, I told you what is A to I. What were you doing? A to I is nothing but it is used to convert the argument to integer. A to I. It is used to convert an argument to integer because all the arguments will be stored in character format. It's a character array. It is a character array, right? It's a character array. Arguments will be there in character format. I need to convert to integer format. Okay. Now look here. Let me save this as add 3. Okay. I'll save it. Add 3.c. I will save it. Now let me compile this. GCC add 3.c. Now let me execute A 10 20. Are you getting the result 30? Yeah, I will do it on Skilldery platform also. First you listen here carefully. Because in Skilldery platform, I cannot give the input. Okay? In the Skilldery platform, I cannot give the input. I cannot give you the input. That is why I'm not showing here. Okay? Let me first show you here and then you can see there also. I hope you understood. What is A? I have told you from that time. This is the 10th time, I guess. A is the file name. The current executable file is present inside A. Okay? So file name. A is nothing but a file name, guys. Done? So I would say, for example, 20 and 30. What is the output? Are you getting 50? Are you getting 50 now? Perfect. So I want to make the program better. So what will happen if I don't pass arguments? Because I'm not passing any arguments. Now, in TCS, they will ask you to write a program to print. They will ask you to write a program to print valid usage. You should do it. How do I do? Very simple. Very simple. You take this entire thing. I say if ARGC is less than 3. If ARGC is less than 3, now you need to say printf. Okay, and in printf, what is that I need to say? Use provide two arguments. Provide two command line arguments. Command line arguments. Done. So like this, I can provide a message and then I will say else. I will print, I'll do all these things. I hope you understood. Did you understand this? Just a second. My system is hung. Just a second, guys. If ARGC is less than 3, printf. So I will put a message. What is the message? Pass to command line arguments. Okay. This is the message I'm printing. Else, I would just say this part. That's it. So here what will happen is very simple. If I don't pass any command line arguments, ARGC will be less than 3. I will get this message. If I pass command line arguments, exactly 2 arguments, control goes to else part. Okay? Okay, look here, I will just compile this and then I would just say A and I'm passing nothing. So what is the message I get? Pass to command line arguments. So I will pass A 10, 20. I'm getting the result 30. Easy? Got it? Perfect. Guys, listen here. I'm again telling you, I'm here to teach you for the TCS perspective. I don't have so much time to teach you the language now. If I had time, I will teach you the language right from the beginning beautifully. Okay? But for TCS, understanding command line arguments is very important. There are students asking me doubts. Why are you passing this? Why are you passing this? Only mail with no argument is enough, right? If you pass it like this, then the method cannot accept command line arguments, guys. Methods cannot accept command line arguments. I'm showing you again and again, right? This is your online programming pattern. This is your online test will be there. See, this is how your test will be there. It will say, write a C program to add two numbers. You should read the input from command line arguments. Where should you read the input from command line arguments? So here I should say, okay, here I should write my input like this, int a equals to command line arguments. So in where is the data available? Come on quickly. Yeah, where is your data available now? Inside ARGV. Okay, if your data is available inside ARGV, I will say ARGV of. Will I use 0? Guys, come on, tell me, will I use 0? No. Why? 0 will have file name. 0 will have file name. Inside 0, you will have file name. So I should use what? 1. Perfect. Now, data is in which format? Data will be in which format? Character format. But you need the number. So what I should do? I make use of ATOI method and I will say ARGV of 1. So now it is converted to integer. Done. Next what I need to do? Int b equals to ATOI of ARGV of 2. Got it? And next, I will write my logic. So what is my logic here? I would just say printf percentile d. Printf percentile d. And then here I would say a plus b. Can I do this? Can I do this? Understood? No, you are not supposed to take int. You are supposed to take it as character. By default, this you cannot create. In a competitive exams, you don't have options to take. It will be built in already. So you have to follow the standards. Got it? Perfect. So once it is done, see here, I will provide the input here. Look, I will provide the input here, 20 and 30, and I will say run the code. Okay? So once the code is run, it will execute and it will give you the output. It's taking time, I don't know why. Done? Perfect. Don't worry about this. It will work. Okay, you'll get the output. Okay? Yeah, you will get the output over there. You don't worry about that. But did you understand command line arguments? Any confusions in command line arguments? No. You cannot take. When they have specified command line arguments, you cannot take scanf. Because scanf is not command line arguments. They have developed a software in such a way that they will give inputs through command line, through command prompt. So you have to use this only. You cannot say, no, I will do scanf. You say, I will do scanf, then they will say, bye for you. They'll say, okay, bye, thank you for attending the test. So you cannot do according to your wish. You should do according to their wish. Got it? Perfect. Yeah, they will specify. I'm telling you right, they will for surely specify. Yes, you will have the option. Okay. So now, come on, let us do some programs. Let us do some programs now. Okay. Now, for example, one simple program. Okay. One simple program using a command line argument. Just the logic part. Okay. The program is to check whether number is even or odd. Even or odd. Okay. To check whether a number is even or odd. Here, input is from command line argument. Input is from where? Command line argument. So if this is the case, what should I do? Okay. So as I told you, first analyze to check whether a number is even or odd. How many programs do you, okay, how many inputs do you need, guys? How many inputs? One input. Perfect. So if it is from command line argument, where do you think data is available? Where do you think data is available? Inside ARGV. Good. Now, when they say 1, that means where do you have the data available? In the array. In the array, where do you have the data available? First is the file name. So whatever data is given will be present in the second element. So it will be present inside 1. Okay, so this data is present in which format? This data is present in which format? Character format. What you need to do? Convert to integer. How do I convert to integer? You just say ATOI. Got it? So now this is how I do. Rest all is very easy. We already know. How do I do it? The rest is very easy. We already know how to do it. So I think we can easily do it. Come on, look here. So I just say ash, include, all these will already be there for you. So you don't worry. Your job is only to write the program part. Okay. So let us just concentrate on the logic part. Come on, tell me. Int number. Where do you have the number? Where do you have the number? Inside ARGV. So I'll just say A2I ARGV of 1. That's it. Next, what I need to do? Simple. I just say if number mod 2 equals to 0. If this number mod 2 is equal to 0. If the number mod 2 is equal to 0, what I need to do? Yes, I just say printf. What is that I need to print? Even. That's it, right? Else, I just have to say printf odd. Easy, guys. I say this as even. .c. Understood? So I'm showing you. If I do this, what will happen? Look here. GCC even.c. What's happening? Because it's an assignment operator. Now, most of you guys do such mistakes. So please don't do that, okay? So now I say here, I need to pass the number. Let me pass 15. So what is the input I am passing? 15. So let me see what is the output I get. Am I getting odd? Perfect. I say A, 22. Am I getting even? Perfect. So this is your command line argument. So this is your file name. So file name will be there inside the ARGV of 0, and this is your first argument. Will be there in ARGV of 1. Second argument will be there inside ARGV of 2. Got it? So this is your logic. This is how you should write a program. This is how you read your inputs. Perfect? I hope you understood this. No confusions, right? Yeah. Good. So next, in the same way, let me take one more program now. Let us go step by step, okay? Let us go step by step. Let us try to solve another program. What is that program? Simple. You just have to check write a program to obtain largest of 3 numbers. Largest of 3 numbers. Largest of 3 numbers. And input is from command line arguments. Input from command line arguments. Okay? So you already know how to take the input from command line arguments. It's going to be easy. But now the question is, what is the logic for largest of 3 numbers? Oh, it is very, very easy and simple, guys. What is that I need to do? I want you to concentrate here carefully now. Look here. When I say largest of 3 numbers, how many containers you need? I need 4 containers. What are those 4 containers? Container 1 to store first number. Container 2 to store the second number. Container 3 to store the third number. One more container to store the result. One more container to store the result. I hope it is easy. If you want, you store the result, or else it is not necessary to store the result. If you want, you store it. If you don't want, okay, sir, don't store. So minimum how many containers? Minimum how many containers? 3 containers. Got it? Now the question is the logic. Sir, how do you find the largest of 3 numbers? Very simple, guys. Assume I have 3 students. Students, okay? Student name is N1, student name is N2, and student name is N3. Okay, so how many students are there? How many students are there? 3 students. I will ask you generally, who is the topper? My question is, who is the topper? Okay? You need to write a program to find the topper. Now tell me, guys, how do you check who is the topper? Very simple. I will compare marks of N1 student with marks of N2 student as well as N3 student. Do you agree? I will compare marks of N1 student with marks of N2 student and N3 student. If N1 is greater than N2 as well as N1 is greater than N3, who is the largest? N1 is greater than N2 and N1 is greater than N3, who is the largest? If this is true, good. N1 is the topper. No. It is failed. It is failed somewhere. So now, can I eliminate N1? N1 is not a topper. Can I say N1 is no more a topper? Who is left? Who is left now? Come on, guys. So N1 is eliminated. If N1 is eliminated, who is left now? N2 and N3 is left. So can I compare N2 with N3? I will say, is N2 greater than N3? Is N2 greater than N3? If this is true, what do you mean by that? N2 is the topper. And if this is also false, what do you mean by that? N2 is also eliminated. If N2 is also eliminated, who is left out now? Who is left out, guys? N3. So can I say N3 is the topper? So what is my program logic here? What is my program logic here? My program logic is very simple. If N1 is greater than N2 and N1 is greater than N3, N1 is largest. N1 is largest. Do you agree? You just have to print N1. If it is false, what should I do? I make use of else if. Else if Python, in Python elif, okay, whatever it is, you use your syntax. I am giving you the general programming logic. Here what I say, N2 greater than N3. So if N2 is greater than N3, what should I do now? Obviously N2 is largest. N2 is largest. Got it? If this is also false, obviously N3 is the largest. I hope you understood. This is the algorithmic approach and this is your code part. So if I want to write the program, no, it's not required, Arshita. It is not required. That is why I explained you the logic. What were you doing when I explained to you the logic? The logic is very clear. I have 3 people. I want to find the topper. Okay? Assume there is a game. One for last time I will explain you the logic. Please listen to me carefully. I have A, I have B, and I have C. Now tell me who is the winner? Who is the largest over here? Who is the topper? A is also having some marks, B is also having some marks, C is also having some marks. I don't know what is the marks. Ashita, tell me who will be the topper? I don't know. So I will take A. I will compare A with both B and C. Okay? How do I compare this? A greater than B and A greater than C. Okay? If both are true, then what do you mean by that? A is the topper. Do you agree? Everyone? People, if you have not understood, please for the one last time. Okay. If this condition is false, what do you mean by that? If this condition is false, what do you mean by that? If the condition is false, A is not the topper, so he is out of the game. A is eliminated. He is out of the game. He is ruled out. Yes. He is out of the game. He is eliminated. So how many are left out now? B and C. That's it. So check B greater than C. Why should I waste time again checking B greater than A? Are you mad? Because I've already eliminated A. A is already eliminated. So it's not required. It is not required. I just check for B and C. Got it? Here, in B and C, if this is true, B and C, if it is true, what do you mean by that? B is the topper. Okay? If this is false, what do you mean by that? If this is false, what do you mean by that? Obviously, B is also eliminated. If B is also eliminated, now who is left out now? See, should I compare anything? No. I'll directly say C is the topper. So this is my logic. Can I achieve my logic? Yes, using else-if ladder. Using else-if ladder. If this condition is true, A is the topper. Else, if this condition is true, B is the topper. Else, C is the topper. This is my else-if ladder. Got it? Understood? Understood now, Arshita and others? Perfect. Now let me go to the program. You want me to give you the complete program. Input from command line arguments. Input from command line arguments. So, int A, comma B, comma C. A equals to, come on, tell me, how do I do it? Argument to integer, argv of 1. Next, B equals to, argument to integer, argv of 2. Next, C equals to, argument to integer, argv of 3. Got it? Next, if A greater than B and B greater than C, A greater than B and A greater than C, printf, printf. What is that I need to print? Percentile D, A. That's it. Else, if B greater than C, printf, printf, percentile D, B. Else, printf, printf, percentile D, C. That's it. I hope you understood. Largest dot C. Okay. Now let us compile this GCC largest dot C. I should import as include std library dot h. Okay. Oh, sorry. Done. Next, let me say a 20, 40, 10. What is the expected result? 40. Let us see. Did you get 40? Did you get 40, guys? You can check with negative numbers also. Minus 10, minus 20, and minus 5. What is the expected result? Largest number. Minus 5 is the largest number. Minus 5 is the largest number. Got it? You can also put the same numbers and see. You can also put the same numbers and see. I still get 10 as the largest. Wow, that's amazing. Yes, Adarsh, you can try with Python. I'm telling you, everything same, man. The logic will not change if you change the language. Only syntax will change. In Python, instead of else if, you have a statement called as elif. That's all. Yes, Meghana, you can see the full program. See, this command line argument logic changes from language to language. Okay? In Python, you don't use A to I. You just wait. Maybe at the last day, I will show you command line arguments in Python as well as Java. Okay? How do you read command line arguments in Python and Java? I will show you. Don't worry. It's okay. You can ignore the warning. Kashyap, you can ignore the warning. Okay. Did you understand the program logic? Yes? Perfect. Okay. Next, we'll move on. We'll go for another program. Okay. That is nothing but, let me take a question now. Okay. Program number 3. Write a program. Okay. To check whether a number n is a prime number or not. A number n is a prime number or not. No, it's not mandatory. Write a program to check whether a number n is a prime number or not. This is our next program. Shall we start this? I'll just give you a beautiful logic. Okay. So to understand this, first of all, you should tell me what is a prime number. To tell me what is a prime number, first you tell me that. Come on, tell me guys, what is a prime number? Quickly. I see command line arguments in Python and Java. I will teach you later. Don't worry. Now concentrate on the program and the logics, please. Okay. Most of you people are telling, sir, it is a prime number if it is divisible by 1. Oh my God. If it is divisible by 1 and itself. Do you think it is a prime number? No. Oh my God, you guys are stupid. So listen here. I will take 4. Do you think 4 is divisible by? Do you think 4 is divisible by 1? Yes. Do you think 4 is divisible by 4? Yes. So do you think 4 is a prime number? Do you think 4 is a prime number now? Then do you think your statement is correct? Do you think your statement is correct? So, so that is why be cautious when you understand, okay? Understanding is important. What is a prime number? A number which is divisible only by 1 and itself and not divisible by any other numbers is known as prime number. That is the first mathematical division, understanding you should have. What is a prime number? Yes, you should know that first. A number which is not divisible by any number. Okay, it is not divisible by any number other than 1 and itself. This is called as proper understanding. Okay? This is called as proper understanding. Okay, fine, good. Now the question is, I should write a program to check whether a number is prime or not. How do I do that? Very simple. Assume I will give you a number. I will give you a number. Let me say the number is 5. How do I check? How do I check whether 5 is a prime number? Look here, it is very easy. You should first understand simple rules. What is that simple rules? Every number is divisible by 1. Do you agree? Do you agree? Every number is divisible by 1. Any confusions here? You divide any number by 1. What is the remainder you get? You divide any number by 1. What is the remainder you get? 5 divided by 1. What is the remainder? 0. Remainder. 1,99,999 divided by 1. What is the remainder you get? 0. So what do you mean by that? Every number is divisible by 1. Perfect. Next. Second. Every number is divisible by itself. Every number is divisible by itself. Yes or no? Like for example, you take 5 divided by 5. What is the remainder you get? 0. You take 99,576 divided by 99,576. What is the remainder you get? 0. Right? So what is the conclusion? Every number is divisible by itself. Right? Perfect. So now guys, look at my interesting logic that you can use for prime numbers. Okay? Now they asked you, check whether 5 is a prime number. So what I will do, I will take 5. I need to check whether 5 is divisible by 1. Is it divisible by 2? Is it divisible by 3? Is it divisible by 4? And is it divisible by 5? Here, every number is divisible by 1. Every number is divisible by 5. Right? So, should I check these two cases? Should I check these two cases? Every number is divisible by 1. Every number is divisible by 5. So, I will not check. So, what is the remaining things I need to check? I need to check from to up to 5 minus 1. I need to check from to up to 5 minus 1. That is nothing but n minus 1. Do you agree? So what is that I need to check? Very simple. I need to check if I divide 5 by 2, will you get remainder as 0? Will you get remainder as 0? Now tell me. When I divide 5 by 2, will you get remainder 0? No. Perfect. So 5 is not divisible by 2. Good. Next. I will divide 5 by 3. Do you get remainder 0? Do you get remainder 0? No. So 5 is not divisible by 3. Next. I will divide 5 with 4. Do you get remainder 0? No. So therefore, what do you mean by that? 5 is not even divisible by 4. 5 is not divisible by 4. Right? Therefore, now tell me what is 5. Now tell me what is 5. Now 5 is a prime number. Understood? Why it is prime number? It is not divisible between any number between 2 and n minus 1. Got it? So I can give one more definition for prime number. A number is said to be prime number It is not divisible between any number that is starting from 2 up to n minus 1. Right? Any confusions? So let us try this. Let us try this with another number that is 9. Okay, let me try with another number that is 9. Okay, so 9. I should start from where? Should I start with 1? Is it necessary for 1? Should I check for 1? No. Okay, I should check for 2. I should check for 3. I should check for 4. I should check for 5. I should check for 6. I should check for 7. Up to where should I check? 9 minus 1, that is 8. Should I check for 9? Perfect. So now tell me, what should I do? I should divide 9 by 2. What do you need? What do you need? I need a remainder. So to get the remainder, I use which operator? Which operator I use? Modulus operator. To get the remainder, I make use of modulus operator. So 9 mod 2, is it equal to 0? 9 mod 2, is it equal to 0? No. If it is not equal to 0, should I continue? Should I continue? Yes. I should continue. Okay, I go to the next number. 9 mod 3. Is 9 mod 3 equal to 0? Is 9 mod 3 equal to 0? Oi! You people don't know division. 9 mod 3 means what? You are dividing 9 by 3. I'm dividing 9 by 3. 3 into 3 is 9. So what is the remainder I get? What is the remainder I get? 0. Got it? Perfect. So now tell me, is this condition true or false? True. So since it is true, what do you mean by that? 9 is divisible by 3. If 9 is divisible by 3, is it a prime number? No. Since it is not a prime number, should I continue? Should I continue further? So can I stop immediately over here? Can I stop immediately over here? Yes. So that is the logic I'm using here. Got it? So now, what is the action I need to do every time? Very simple. Let me assume 9, I am storing inside a container called as L. I'm storing 9 inside a container called as N. N. Okay? So, I should start my number from where? I should start my number from where? 2. So, I will take a container called as I. I will take a container called as I. And I will start I from where? 2. I will start I from where? 2. Now, what should I do? 9 mod 2. What do you mean by that? N mod 2. That is nothing but where do you have 2? Inside I. Inside I, right? So I just say N mod I. If this is equal to 0, got it? If this is equal to 0, what do you mean by that? First, if n mod I equals to 0, perfect. It is not a prime. In other words, you can also consider that it is, yes, perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Right? Yes. So this I put here, if n mod I equals to 0, then here I can just say it is not a prime. Print not prime. Got it? Understood? And I can stop it. And I need to stop it. Okay, I'll tell you again. If this condition is false, what should I do? If this condition is false, what should I do? I should update I. to 3. I should update I to 3. And I should repeat the same task again. I should update I to 3 and I should repeat the same task again. Yes or no? Yes or no? Perfect. So how many minus 1, right? So what is my logic for this? If I'm using a for loop, what is my logic? I just take for int I equals to 2. Got it? Okay, programming, right? For I equals to 2, I less than n, I plus plus. Got it? And inside this, what am I supposed to do? Very simple. I just check if n mod I equals to 0. If this condition is true, I just say printf, not prime. And you can stop the loop. I just can stop this by saying a break. So when I say break, you will automatically stop your loop, right? And then I just come out. And after coming out, I just check now. If I is equal to n, if I is equal to n, got it? If this condition is true, I just say printf. And what is that I'm going to say? Prime. It is prime. This is my simple logic. This is my simple logic. Guys, listen. Okay. Now you have a doubt. Sir, I have already taken if here. Why should I take if again? Guys, it's very simple. Here you're taking a decision whether it is not prime. And I'm coming out of for loop and now I'm checking whether it is prime. Look here. Let me take a simple scenario and explain. I will trace the entire program. Look now. Let me take n. Let me take n. The value of n as 6 or not 6, 5. Okay, what is my n now? 5. And let me take I. Okay, I starts from where? 2. Okay, now just listen carefully. No. Yamuna, please wait. Let me complete tracing and you still have the doubt. I will ask you, okay? So now condition. What is the condition here? 2 less than 5. It is true. Since it is true, I go inside. I check the condition here. What is the condition? It is 5 mod 2 equals to 0. The condition is false. Since it is false, it will go back to the update. I becomes 3. Now I check the condition. Observe carefully, concentrate carefully. 3 less than 5. It is true. I again go inside. So here I again do 5 mod 3 equals to 0. The condition is false. Since it is false, I again go to the update. I becomes 4. Now here I check the condition. 4 less than 5. True. Since it is true, I go inside. What is the value of n? 5. 5 mod 4 equals to 0. It is false. Since it is false, I again go to the update. I becomes 5. Now here, what is the condition? 5 less than 5. 5 less than 5 is false. Since it is false, I will come out of the for loop. Once I come out of the for loop, now I check for I. What is the value of I? What is the value of I? Everyone, what is the value of I? 5. The value of I is 5, my dear. It is not 2. It is updated. Okay? So now 5 equals to, what is the value of n? It is 5. So when I say 5 equals to 5, that means this condition was never satisfied. If this condition was never satisfied, only then I goes up to the last position, that is n. Therefore, I say it is a prime number. That is why it is say it is a prime number. Got it? Got it? Yes. If you want now, quickly I will do it for 4. You can take it for 4 and check how the entire program works, okay? Yeah. If I take it for 4, quickly, one last one. If I take for 4, now I starts from where? I starts from where? 2, right? Perfect. So 2 less than 4, condition is true. Just another 5 minutes, I'm going to wind up the session. So listen. 2 less than 4, condition is true. I go inside. Now 4 mod 2 equals to 0. Is the condition true or false? True. Since the condition is true, I go inside. And what do I print? What do I print? Not prime. And then what do you have? Break. So what is the job of break? It brings the control outside the loop. Break transfers the control outside the loop. Okay? So now I come here. I. What is the value of I? The value of I is 2 itself. 2 equals to 4. 2 equals to 4 is false. So this statement will not be executed. This statement will not be executed. Okay? If I don't put the condition here, it will print not prime as well as prime. That's all. I hope you got the logic. Yeah, you can also create it. Perfect. See, command line argument, what is there? Only n is the input, right? Only n is the input. So what is that I need to do? Int n equals to argument to integer argv of 1. argv of 1. That's it. This is the input that you read, and I is the one which you initialize. Done? Okay, sir. Okay, I want you guys to try this. Okay, create a program and get it to me tomorrow. If you have any doubts or queries, I will clarify it tomorrow. Done? Okay, guys, bye-bye. See you all in the next session. That is tomorrow. Have a great day. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dikti.